up guys, welcome to our channel, and today we are so excited. We are being hosted by our very good friend Pitts at the Pitts restaurant. As you can see, such a very beautiful place. The environment is serene. Wow, we are really loving the whole place guys. So guys, if you haven't subscribed, please do, and also don't forget to share. Don't forget, it's really important guys. So welcome to today's episode.
Okay, so today we are having a very interesting discussion. Yeah, Sylvia told us the last time we had a chat that should a lockdown ever happen again, she doesn't want to be locked down or to be found alone ever again. Yeah, so we've really been thinking about all that. And we've really been, just interacting and talking amongst ourselves and just saying, should such a thing happen, what kind of a person would you want to be locked down with? So today, each one of us will be sharing from their part what is very important to them. What is this one thing that they cannot compromise in a relationship? What is this one thing that will make you happy? What is this one thing? Even if we know you can never get 100% in a relationship, but what is that one thing? If you get, you'll say, I can compromise the rest, or I can deal with the rest. Yeah, so today that will be our discussion, and we'll be talking about, we'll just be focusing around the dynamics of a relationship. Yeah. So Sly, back to you. Yeah. So what is that one thing that you've really been looking for, in a man?
Yeah, it truly is very important to be locked down with someone that you are very sure that these are things that I hold dear to my heart.
Yeah.
Like for me, I really hold dear to my heart someone who has this vision, a visionary leader, someone who is a leader, because I'm still traditional when it comes to relationships and marriage. Any other thing I can, but when it comes to marriage, I'm very traditional. I believe the man is the head of the home. So if someone has to be the head of the home, truly they have to have the leadership skills, because you can't follow someone who doesn't know even where they are going. For me, leadership is very key.
Like, what do you mean? Because if you meet someone, how do you tell that this person has a vision?
Exactly. By your interactions, because once you meet someone, you'll just know by the way they are talking, the way they have planned themselves, all these things you can easily pick if someone is not really truly a leader in themselves, even how they handle themselves and conduct their business around them.
We've seen men who come up with a very good vision, but 10 years down the line, it's still on paper. They're still talking about the same thing.
One day.
Or
I'm not talking of people who are with promises. I'm not talking about
empty
promises here. I'm saying leadership that can be emulated, can be seen in little ways. I'm not saying like someone to have a lot of things, or you can see leadership in very little things.
so according to you, is leadership in the family setup or general
It
leadership?
starts from home. Charity begins at home. If you can't lead your own home, there's no way you will say like you go and lead people out there very well.
Yeah.
So leadership starts like in little things.
People who succeeded in their corporate world and they're leading big organizations, but they can't lead their homes.
They're very
Yes, there are such situations, but for me, I won't want someone who is leading out there. They're doing great things, but at home they can't lead. For me, I find that leadership just starts with how someone takes responsibility. You cannot say you are a leader if you can't take responsibility. And you can just, responsibilities are everywhere. And you will see how someone can take responsibilities where action is supposed to be taken, and they are just not doing anything about it.
Now, for me, I think one of the things that I can't compromise is we must be of the same faith. And what I mean by that is that we must have the same values and belief system. I want someone that we can pray together, we can read the Word of God together, we can bring up our children in ways that are common, things that in ways that we both believe in. And I know God is the foundation of everything. So if someone is not born again, for me that's a non-negotiable.
So what do you mean by that? That means it must be a born again person.
So when people in God, there are many packages, benefits that come with it. Yeah, but truly, of course, they should be leaders. They should be, honest, trustworthy. But for me, I think if someone is not born again, because if someone is not born again, if someone does not know God, they wouldn't know how to love me. If you don't know how to love God and respect God, how will you love me and respect me as a child of God?
But the people are just nice. They're not born again.
Like,
I'm not talking about these good people, just good people, and you don't know their standard.
I'm talking about virtues. So you leave this man who has got these virtues or these good principles only by the fact that he's not born again.
Yes. Whether you have a vision, a slice, a big vision, and you're such a leader in the corporate world and in whatever space, if you're not a Christian, you're not born again. For me, that's a no. Because I know things change, life happen, and you need someone that you can count on, someone you can pray with, someone you can encourage each other in faith. So for me, that's big.
I'm a Christian, I believe in Christianity, but sometimes I find that laws of humanity are just the same laws that even governing this Christianity. There are people who are not really committed in the church and all that, but once you see the way they observe laws of humanity, they are kind, they are polite, they are generous. For me, I find that, okay, that one can also work. Salvation is good, but it's not like something that...
And Sylvia, again, that's why we are saying we are all very different. Yeah, different. For her, it is someone of the same faith, and I think that's why you just need to know what is very important to you and stick to that. For maybe my only concern for Hilda would be in the same church, there are those born again, good Christians, but they still don't practice that. So would you still just marry them because they are a Christian?
I said a born again Christian, and I know by the time you're getting married to someone, honestly, you've taken time to learn them, and it's just not just I mean, they're not just branded Christians. No. It's someone you've stayed close with. You've known their values. You've known what matters in their lives. What are their priorities? And so it's not just any kind of a Christian.
Okay, but other than that, my only concern is when it comes to dating. Honestly, I really find it very, very tricky when it comes to dating those born-again brothers. Because for me, you find like it's not fun, it's not, okay, I don't know, for lack of a better word, but I don't find dating them to be that fun. You find like someone, I go to church every Sunday, by the way, and I see like, there are two people standing behind a Sunday school tent. Like, I assume like, is that the date or something? Yeah? I find that so funny because
Sharon, because most of the church people, someone will tell you, they will not even tell you I'm taking you on a date on Sunday.
Yeah.
On Sunday, during this, when the service is almost over, they text you maybe and say, hey, can we have a date today? You reply, where? Behind the tent, the Sunday school tent.
I'm not talking about those boring
behind the Sunday school tent.
I'm not talking about those boring.
Honestly, how can a date go like that? This girl you're telling to meet you behind the Sunday school tent, she's in the praise and worship. She was in church on Saturday. She was there on Sunday at 6 a.m. She's been in service, first service, second service, third service, and then you're meeting her behind the tent.
And just
when I agree, it's boring stuff. And that's why we are here. Look, church brothers and sisters, stop making this thing boring. Come to a nice place like your Pete's restaurant. Honestly, treat your girl out. But not all brothers and sisters in church are that boring.
Hilda, I agree with you.
All of them are boring, but we discourage that.
The most important thing, this is the deal breaker. You have to be my friend. Friendship is very, very important to me because, I want you to be my friend in such a way that I can talk to you about anything and nothing. When I am happy, I want you to be the first person. I'll pick that, my phone and call. If I am sad, you should be the first person. Why are you laughing?
I've just remembered of a story Sly told us about, the cops harassing someone. Talk about it.
And they didn't call their spouse, right?
Yeah.
There's this story that one day I had from Jalango. I don't know if it was a joke or it was really something that happened. There's this guy that was intending to propose to the lady.
Okay.
So he organized that at the Timo roundabout. That the police get hold of this lady and start harassing this lady, and then the lady to call someone that she finds reliable that can come and save her from that situation. So when the lady picked her call, she called totally a different guy, and the guy came and said the situation, negotiated with the police and released the lady. So the guy even was so confused. He's angry. Should I come out and continue with the proposal?
He was expecting to be the one to be called, yeah?
Yes. But so you find that when it comes to friends, friendship, what I've realized, even nowadays with so many people, they would be dating someone, they're in a very serious fit, but they won't go to that person for help.
For me, honestly, it's all about commitment and transparency. I don't know, let me just combine the two because I find like they go hand in hand. So commitment and transparency. By the time you approach me as Shaz, I believe you've already made up your mind, you know why me and not the other girl. You see?
Why not Esther?
Yeah, and why not Esther? Why not Zaituna? So for me, it is simply commitment. And when I'm talking about commitment, guys, it goes beyond just giving me those lovey-dovey moments whereby you, what have you had, babes? You good morning? No, for me, commitment, it also narrows down to the lowest moments. For instance, you know, whenever we talk about lowest moment, people just think about being broke. It's not about all that. No, it's not about money and all that. Some people have never known brokenness, but again, some people, low moments comes in different ways. You find like maybe perhaps you can be in a wrong profession, you can be maybe struggling with other things like losing weight and all. As a partner, for us to be committed to this relationship, for you to be committed to me as Shaz, how do you bring back my strength, or how can I come up, how, I don't know how I can say it, as in, how will you, how refreshment?
I'll bring out the best in you.
The best out of me in my lowest moment. That is what will determine or will prove to me that you are indeed committed to me. You see, for instance, if I like that these girls or men who have been dating for like 4 years. 4 good years, my friend. Are you doing an undergraduate course or a PhD? Yeah. You see, like you have to be specific, or at least take control, know where this relationship is heading. You can't just be there hanging, wasting my time because you are just dating, even you've never been introduced even to your best friends or their best friends, your parents, and you're just there.
Taken you to all the restaurants in Nairobi. You're now starting to explore Kiambu.
No, leave alone Kiambu. You finish Kiambu as part of Nairobi.
Because Kiambu is a
You've then started going like road trips, Naivasha,
honestly.
Not their mother or their sister.
Nobody at all. Like you have, as Hilda said, you've reviewed all the restaurants in Nairobi, and even you've extended to Nakuru and Naivasha. Yet you haven't met this person, this guy, friends, or even their family.
That is very true. So watch out for our next video whereby we shall be talking about finances in relationships. It's going to be epic. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do so and share, like, and comment.